It's your Clippers Summer League watch party. I'm Adam Osland. It is game 2 and take 2 now for Keaton Wagler.
Here we go, Clips fans. Clippers talk with Adam Osland. After every game, download every pod. Clippers talks the name. He's a basketball talking golden god. New episodes after every game on demand. Follow Clippers Talk wherever you get your podcast. It's Clippers.
I'm going to test out if I actually have the sound plugged in the right way this time.
Here we go, Clips fans. Talk with Adam Osland.
A little hot,
After every game, download every pod.
but that's okay. Rage is in here. 19-2-19. Clifford Dragon. We are ready. Game on, 7 o'clock tip-off from Vegas. Clippers taking on the Utah Jazz. I got Amazon Prime up on this computer. I'm really going to test out his processing powers and his capabilities. Hopefully it's strong enough to handle that.
Getting strong now.
Tundra's in here. What up? You guys knew I'd be back for this one. I do have some sound I want to play for you. Starting with Keaton Wagler post-game after the Clippers' 91-85 loss to the Sacramento Kings on Thursday night from Vegas. Here was Keaton Wagler after a performance where he went 1 of 7. Really struggled from the field, as did everyone. The Clippers shot about 30% as a team out there, but only getting 7 shots up, not aggressive enough. Here was Keaton Wagler post-game Thursday night.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So Keaton, just your first action with this team, how did you feel about the physicality and the ability?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely super physical. And the Kings have already had some games under their belt, so they kind of knew what it was going to be like. I think that's just what we're going to take for the next game is just the physicality piece. And, that's something that I got to be better at, handling the pressure. But I think, this first game, we're going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm just going to take that, watch the film on it, and get back to the next one.
Keaton, when you're going through essentially your debut, are you trying to kind of just let the game come to you rather than force things?
Yeah, that's kind of how I always play is, I got good players around me, so I don't have to go out there and force things, even if I'm not getting shots up. I know how good of a player I am, so I do probably got to be more aggressive to score next game. But the first game I was, had some nerves, but once I got out there playing, I felt fine. But they were double teaming me off of every ball screen, so I was kind of just getting the ball in my hands, and we had players make plays.
What was the biggest adjustment that you feel like with the group that you was out there with and the teams that you kind of had last year at Illinois? I know that's a big part of adjusting to this to summer league and everything.
Yeah, definitely like last year, Illinois kind of just had 5 shooters all around and we always popped on screens, and now it's kind of all rolls. So that's just I think the biggest difference. But as we continue to play, I'll just get more comfortable out there and just get used to the physicality and speed and pace, and then I'll get back in shape, and then be good from there.
Have you found the spacing on this level to be a little different in college ball?
It kind of is, yeah, but not like a lot, not like super different. But like I said, just get in there, watch film, see what I got to do better, and we'll take it from there.
Keaton, I know you added 20 pounds from when you went into Illinois to now. Kind of how have you seen the extra weight kind of adapt to your frame, and how you've been able to use that?
Yeah, definitely just by taking bumps, and that's been a big part of what I've been doing these past 2 weeks is continuing to get stronger, put on muscle and weight, and that's going to be a big thing for me. Is once I get able to just absorb these bumps, I'll be able to get more foul calls and get to the rim easier.
Is there a weight that you're kind of looking to target at all, or is it just based on feel?
There's not like a target weight. We haven't fully talked about that yet, but I think just the main thing is just continue to get stronger and put on weight.
Okay, thanks, Keaton.
Thanks, Keaton.
There was Keaton Wagler post-game Thursday night after the Clippers' loss in their initial summer league game against the Sacramento Kings. Darius Acuff, who struggled himself, but got 20 shots up, 6 of 20. Keaton Wagler only attempted 7. I need 12-plus shots, 12 at minimum, bare minimum in this game from Keaton Wagler. I think we'll see that. Also get to watch second, number 2 pick in the draft, Aaron Peterson, who, look, this is a a guy who probably, in Darren Peterson, is the most polished offensive player outside of Acuff coming out immediately. I know Caleb Wilson had the 7 3-point game for Chicago. That was kind of wild to watch, and may say more about Summer League, or may say that he just didn't get many opportunities at North Carolina and obviously missed games due to injury, but specifically talking about getting up 3-point shots. I'm not putting everything into one game, and a lot of people are overreacting, saying he can't create his own shot. I mean, I saw him multiple times in that game, once in the first quarter, where he used the spin move to get by Acuff and drew a foul. And then in the fourth quarter late, he had a little hesitation move where it looked like he was going to make the pass to the high post or to the top of the key. And instead, there was a little bit of a hesitation dribble like we saw before the spin move. And this time he took it down the right side and ended up getting fouled again before a kick out. So I don't want to make too much out of one game, and that goes both ways. Everybody's saying, Baba Miller is going to be the GOAT now because he went 3 of 4 in his 27 minutes and had 12 points and did look good in the fourth quarter. Had a couple of dunks, one he created, one off a really nice pass in that fourth quarter from Fletcher Lawyer, who played well in that game, and then hit that 3-pointer in the far side corner and had the block on Acuff as well. It goes both ways for me. I'm going to be consistent with it. I don't think it was the end of the world for Keaton Wagler, and I don't think, it means Baba Miller is going to be All-NBA first team or something like that. So here was Baba Miller earlier today. This is a pregame interview.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
All right. Okay. How would you evaluate your first game in Summer League?
I think it was solid. I think I could have did better, especially rebounding wise. I feel like I got to be a bit more physical down there against bigger guys. Also pick up the pace, transition, offense, defense. I feel like I kind of gave a little bit more in the sense of making the game a little bit more dynamic. But overall, I felt like the first few minutes kind of trying to adjust, and then towards the end of the game, I started to feel a little bit better, more comfortable. We got a good squad. It was a tight game. Obviously wanted to win, but feel like we just got to pick it up for this next game.
How have you kind of assessed, like in pick and roll, like being able to when to roll and when to pop in order to get space?
I mean, right now we have great shooters on the team, so being one of the tallest guys and being able to be a lob threat, I feel like my ability to set a screen and roll and put pressure on the rim and having people help or overhelp and giving my teammates open shots is probably the main focus right now. And then, I mean, obviously some plays I pop and play on the perimeter, but mainly just trying to put pressure on the rim.
What's it like working with Keaton, especially in that regard with the pick and roll offense and how he likes to space it?
I mean, he's great. Obviously, he's one of the best players in this class, one of the best guards, and he really understands the game. Like, he plays at his own pace, really sees the whole floor. He's a big guard. So playing with him, I feel like he's really good because he tries to make the right read every time, whether it's shooting it, passing it to a roller, or skipping it for a three. He always kind of plays at his own rhythm and knows what the right play is. So it's been really good.
That's something I noticed going back and watching some of the Keaton Wagler tape from last game. Plays weren't always converted. He only had 1 assist, but he was consistently making the right play. And while Sacramento was playing some extreme levels of defense against him with the 10 fouls you get and the physicality they were allowing in that game, in a summer league game, in his first game as a pro. It's like the freaking Buffalo and Yellowstone tossing that guy. Hope he's okay. But that's the type of defense that was being played against Keaton Wagler, and he still only had 1 turnover, which was good to see. He lost control of the basketball, regained it a few different times, but, I mean, they were throwing the kitchen sink type of defense at him. And he had a nice pass out of a trap on a ball screen where the double came, found the man rolling to the basket. I think it was Norchad. I believe it was. And it's all going to slow down for him in time. It will. Yeah, that was Norchad he found there as the roller. And it'll be better when he has more capable big men out there on the floor. But I like the opportunity for Baba Miller right now to actually get time at the 5 to see if he's capable of it, because that would be a huge development for this team. More from Baba Miller earlier today.
been like over the last couple days since y'all played Thursday night in terms of how he is getting himself ready for tonight?
I mean, pretty much the same. I mean, he's locked in, just trying to get better every day. But he has the sense of just confident. Like he knows he's gonna be good. Like he's an amazing player, and he knows that. I mean, the first game, like it was a rough game for all of us. We wanted to win, weren't able to, but we can't dwell on it. We just got to go on to the next.
You guys had tons of vets at the last.
That was him talking about Keaton Wagler. Clippers shot 33% from the field as a team, 18 of 54 from the floor, 7 of 28 from the outside. Did get up 30 free throws attempted. Back to Lauren Rosen.
Dwell on it. We just got to go on to the next.
You guys had tons of vets at the last game from your future teammates, I guess, plus coaching staff and everything. What's it like to have that support coming out of the audience and seeing them sitting courtside?
No, it's great. I mean, they don't have to be here, and they're here supporting us, encouraging us to be better. So it's just great having top level guys, the coaches here, just to be able to give us feedback and help us out.
Are you watching the other games at all? Like any other rookies on your radar?
Yeah, so I actually watched, I mean, on TV, a lot of them, but I went to the Celtics Raptors ones because I have two teammates from Cincinnati, Jalen Celestine and Dede Thomas, and that game was crazy. Chris Sinak hit like a buzzer beater to send it overtime. Then the Raptors had like 3 shots to try to win it. So it's been cool, like having so much basketball to watch and then obviously be able to participate is really good.
Are you guys all like chatting with one another after the games and stuff, like about the experience and supporting each other through it? Yeah,
so I mean, I have like probably like 10 or 12 former teammates out here, whether it's from the national team or college. So it's been great just talking to them, like seeing them around here at the hotels and stuff has been really cool.
And speaking of the national team, how have you been balancing basketball and soccer over these last few days? Like, how are we working the schedule?
I've been tuned in, but last game I was only able to watch half. Well, actually, most of them I've just been able to watch half because we had practice and stuff. But I try to keep up with all of it, like all the games. Like even yesterday, the Argentina one, I try to watch all of them. But obviously, we have bigger stuff to do with.
Yeah, balance is important.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You mentioned it wasn't a good enough game for any of you guys in the first one. What have the conversations been like just among teammates about how you can make adjustments going into game 2?
I mean, mainly that. I feel like overall, Sacramento played with a bit more edge physically. I feel like I'm one of the guys that has to step it up in that sense, especially going against such big guys. But overall, all of us gotta like take advantage of the physicality that's being allowed and just play a bit harder, a bit faster. And I feel like we're gonna be good. I mean, as I said, we have super talented players, athletic players that we all can like take another step in that sense. So I feel like if we're able to do it tonight, like it'll be really good for us.
What is it about your passing ability? Like, how did that develop over time? Because usually guys at your size, they don't love to pass. They don't look to pass. But out of Cincinnati, it seemed like that's what you kind of wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I love to pass. I feel like it's something that I've always done, especially growing up, being a late bloomer and stuff. You kind of have to find ways to affect the game. And I feel like passing was something that I always had a little bit of a feel for. And then at Cincinnati, Coach Miller like put me in a position where I could really like take advantage of my size, make people overhelp, and then the passing is kind of just a natural thing that I've been able to do my whole life. So
I thought that was Bob Miller. That was the end of his pre-game interview, big time pre-game in here because this was from about 6-7 hours ago. Earlier today, Clippers in Summer League tonight, about to get set to tip off against the Utah Jazz. Darren Peterson, but he made a few really nice passes early in the game against Sacramento on Thursday night, who the Wizards just beat, with AJ Devonta having 23, 6 of 15 shooting. Darius Acuff struggled again, 4 of 14 for his 12 points. It is Summer League. I'm going to say that for everybody. I'm not going to any long-reaching Inspector Gadget arms conclusions when we know how this can go. Victor Wembanyama struggled at times in Summer League. Reese Shea didn't in his first game, and it hasn't translated to the pros. It's very difficult to really project out somebody's entire future as a player, as much as some people in here would like to do, based upon one game in Summer League. I'm going to need, I don't know, a season and a half probably to see of Keaton Wagler to know what he can to know what he can be since he's just turned 19. I think there's some people that are just dooming way too hard and maybe getting off on that way too much because they just want to say, well, I wanted this guy and I was right. See, it's already definitive. We already know for sure. No, we don't. We don't know anything yet. If Keaton Wagler goes out and has 20 and 10 assists tonight, I'm not going to say, well, that's it. He's going to be an all-star. No, that's the other side of it as well. It's just I'm comparing a guy, yeah, comparing. So if anything, Wemby should have had a much better first game because Wemby's, the freak of nature alien type. So why did he play so bad in his first game? It's almost like summer league doesn't mean everything. And I've seen the game slow down for guys very quickly in the league, but you got to give them some time here. Game should be tipping off within the next 5 minutes here from Vegas. Clippers taking on the Utah Jazz. Summer League game number 2. Should I give you some more audio? So there was no real update today on the Kawhi Leonard trade being put on pause. But I did a show Friday night on Fox Sports Radio with Kevin Figures, and we had Law Murray on. And I could at least give you what Law said about the situation if you want to hear that. Law, you've been doing great work following the pause in the Kawhi trade to Toronto that we found out about yesterday. You, Sam Amick, Eric Kareen from The Athletic. What do you think is more likely here? That the NBA did alert the Toronto Raptors that they would be responsible and be taking on the risk back on June 30th during these negotiations, or that Toronto just somehow, forgot about that part and then all of a sudden said, oh, now that we're thinking about it, yeah, that whole investigation is too much for us to go through with that trade right now. Like, I'm still trying to figure that part of this out.
I mean, I just feel like whatever it is, I don't think the communication was effective, and Toronto is forgetting stuff. Like, I think the whole league is ready for this to be over. Now, that doesn't mean that the league is ready to shirk on what the consequences need to be when applicable. But I just feel like the league didn't think the Clippers trade.
They cut out.
And for someone covering these teams in the league and saying, I wonder what's actually going to happen with Kawhi. It's not like things are toxic. It's just you're in a sell high area here, and I don't think Toronto's tripping about giving up Brandon Ingram and Greg Dick. I think there are, I think the consideration is how much draft capital they gave up to get a guy who is under contract. Like Kawhi's not a free agent. His contract isn't voided. So I don't think that this is on the Raptors for just forgetting. The Raptors agreed to a deal with the LA Clippers. The deal was agreed to in principle. We all knew that Kawhi is part of this league investigation. I think the league is the one that was like, okay, we can't approve this trade. The trade's been agreed to, the term been agreed to. The players in it have, moved on from their former teams. I don't put this on the Raptors at all. Obviously, the Clippers are the reason we're in this, but I don't think this is on the Clippers in terms of this trade being held up and what led to the holdup itself. Like, I don't think the NBA, again, this shouldn't have even been a June thing. The investigation started in September. You could have told teams around the league in September and October, hey, like, this is what it is with Kawhi Leonard. Like, if you're thinking about it, taking on his contract, this is what the possibilities of, punishment would mean for your team in that case. Like, maybe this is a teachable moment for the league, but it's a pretty bad spot for a teachable moment.
So once again, Law pointing to the league and just letting this fester and become this cluster F because, teams are trying to conduct business. It is the start of the new season. Technically, it's the off season, but we've turned the page on last year. Teams are trying to make transactions, and we still don't have any clarity on the aspiration investigation, which is unbelievable to me. Also, this was a little bit surprising earlier today, and I wasn't sure if this came out today, if this came out yesterday, if this came out Friday night, but it looked like Chris Haynes, NBA insider, was on NBA TV with our friend Stan Barrett, and he said this, and I'll offer some commentary afterwards. This is Chris Haynes.
How aware were the Raptors that this could be a potential outcome when they decided to make this deal?
They were not aware that the trade would be halted.
Mm-hmm.
They understood that the investigation is ongoing. And this is what I mean, Stan. Like, this investigations are going on for a while.
Yep.
And yet we still have no smoking gun. And so a team like the Toronto Raptors was very comfortable in trying to trade and acquire Kawhi Leonard because they believe the same thing, that if there was really something that was going to stick, it would have came already. So that's why the Toronto Raptors went along with this and tried to go and acquire Kawhi. Now, I do believe that the deal will ultimately go through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the NBA, with their independent investigation, I don't know what they're going to find, but I ultimately think it will go through. But yes, the Raptors, they were very comfortable in making this deal. But no, they did not know that the league was going to put a halt on the trade. But still, I talked to both sides, and both sides still feel like this thing will be resolved. A trade will the trade will occur. And I'm here right now in Vegas watching the Kings and Clippers, and Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, they're all on the Clippers bench.
Okay.
As if they're official Clipper members. So this whole thing is just a little bizarre.
So this could have been from Friday night with Chris Haynes, but this part is curious to me. It seems like I love Chris Haynes, but he's misinterpreting this.
How aware were the Raptors that this could be a potential outcome when they decided to make this deal?
They were not aware that the trade would be halted.
Mm-hmm.
They understood that the investigation is ongoing. And this is what I mean, Stan. Like, this investigations are going on for a while.
Yep.
And yet we still have no smoking gun. And so a team like the Toronto Raptors was very comfortable in trying to trade and acquire Kawhi Leonard because they believe the same thing, that if there was really something that was going to stick, it would have came already. So that's why the Toronto Raptors went along with this and tried to go and acquire Kawhi. Now, I do believe that the deal will ultimately go through.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the NBA, with their independent investigation, I don't know what they're going to find, but I ultimately think it will go through. But yes, the Raptors, they were very comfortable in making this deal, but no, they did not know that the league was going to put a halt on the trade.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about there. The league did not put a halt on the trade. The Raptors put a halt on the trade. The Raptors statement says it alone. Regarding our planned trade with the LA Clippers for Kawhi Leonard, the NBA league office informed us that as a result of the ongoing investigation involving the Clippers, we would assume the risk of any potential outcome of the investigation impacting Kawhi. In light of this, we will wait until the league's investigation is complete. They could go through with it, but they would have to take on the risk if for some reason Kawhi gets punished, he's suspended, and now he's a Raptor. Well, that affects them. I love Chris Haynes. I don't understand what he was talking about. Maybe that was from Friday. I couldn't get an understanding on that, and it was still, a little bit murky with the details, but that's the latest. All right, Clippers opening up Summer League Game 2 just tipped off. Amazon Prime is where the game's at. Baba Miller out there with, I think it's the same starting lineup. Let me pull up a Summer League box score with Keaton Wagler, with Kobe Sanders, with Cam Christie, and with Norchad. And there you have Kobe Sanders not down along 2 right away. Let's see if I can pull up the box score here. So Kobe Sanders makes it 2-0. Game again is on Amazon Prime if you don't have it. but it kind of got the jump on me with how quickly they went to it. Here's Cam Christie, dribble drive down the right alley, loses the basketball off his knee, turnover. Wanted the foul there, didn't get it. Hopefully the stream is still coming through okay. Appreciate you guys in here. Who's on? So Wagler's on Peterson with Utah. No, he switches, but he seemed to be the primary defender out there as the Clippers battle for a board, and Christie came up with it. He'll bring it into the front court, left to right. Christie crossover move, top side, feeds Sanders. Sanders pump fakes, drives, leaves it for Norchad, who ends up drawing the foul, or they calling a travel underneath on the left block. What do we got here? They calling a turnover, another one? 2 straight. He's in disbelief. This is the Summer League. This is what happens. Even Sanders struggled last time out. They called a jump? I think it might have been. Yeah, they did. Norchad Omier will jump it up. He does have some hops here. And he taps it back. And Kobe Sanders comes down with it. Sanders, long 3 left wing, is well short. Out of bounds. Might as well have been a turnover. 2-0 Clippers here. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Remember, 10-minute quarters here in Summer League. Still looking at Wagler initially on Peterson. Got the screen and got him off of him. Utah misses. Now Keaton Wagler bring it up and run the show. Wagler up the near sideline. Brings it top side. Left elbow. Down to the mid post. Turn around. Fade away far side. Leaves it short. Norchad rebound. Back out. Christie 3-pointer. He's a little bit long with it, and Utah has the rebound. I like the move there. Wagler, a nice turnaround, got that separation. What time was that at? About the 8:10 mark? Turnaround midi, missed, but good process on that one for Keaton. Let's be honest about that. He'll bring it back in. Peterson guarding him, far sideline. There's Wagler. Picks up his dribble and gives it up to Baba Miller. Miller with it top side, not Jordan, but Baba. Gives it up to Christie, who loses the basketball trying to make a move. Another turnover by the Clippers. Another turnover by Cam Christie here. Come on, Cam. Turnaround missed by Utah, and Miller cleans the glass. Long outlet pass ahead. Kobe to Cam. Cam, left side of the basket. Can't get it to go as it was well defended, and he looked a little unsure of himself. Utah back the other way in a hurry, and they get the easy layup. So it's 2-2 with 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Make it 7:22 left. Wagler now on the right wing. Not picked up by Peterson this time. Now gets him on a switch, but passes it to the roller and Baba Miller. Miller back out to Cam Christie. Goes over the top of his hands and out of bounds on the far sideline. Like the intent there by Baba, but not a great pass, and through the hands of Cam Christie, who wasn't ready for it, or at least was looking to take his man off the dribble and the closeout. Is getting a little bit turnover heavy early on here. Wagler on Peterson makes a move, drives past him, and gets the floater to go from about 7 feet out. 4-2 Utah. Wagler with it. Left wing, Peterson on him. Gets the high ball screen. Wants to run some pick and roll. Has the rear view contest by Peterson, who blocks him at the free throw line as Wagler was going up, but Clippers are chaining the basketball. Christie with it as he resets topside. Now dribbles, mid-post. Now right baseline, follow away. Can't get it to go. Nasty offensive possession there for the Clippers. Wagler getting blocked by Peterson. Now Peterson hits him with a step-back move, but misses on the left baseline. Wagler will bring it back for the Clippers, trailing 4-2 with 6:25 left. Keaton, straight away, 3-pointer. Puts it up short, but draws the foul. It'll be 1 shot for 3 points here as Keaton Wagler. I got to see that again, and because we're on Amazon Prime, that's a little bit easier to do here. Hit that rewind button. Wagler to the line for a couple of free throws, and by a couple, I mean 3 of them. Created some space there. Put up the 3-pointer. Peterson with the foul. Don't mind seeing that. Let's root for guys that are on our team. Can we please? Why are people hating here in the chat? Do we not want them to succeed? Is anybody else's feed gone blackout on Amazon Prime here? What's going on? Keaton Wagler short on the free throw. Ooh, Nerve still there. You could tell he was well short. He just drew iron. Peterson now uses a screen, goes by him, and throws it down. 6-2 Utah. That was a hell of a move by Darren Peterson, number 2 pick in the draft. Wagler, can you respond here? Wagler with it. High ball screen again from Baba Miller as they continue to run pick and roll. That was Norchad who got it back from Baba Miller, who went baseline and drew the foul and won. Nice move there from Norchad Omir, getting it to go. Peterson with his second foul. What is he at here? I got him at 1 personal. Could it be 2? He blew by Keaton Wagler on that dunk. Didn't love seeing that. Not a great start. Not a great start as we got our first time out here, so I can read the chat. Game 2, better start for Norchad. Mio's all in on Baba. Clip Show for Life said, glad I brought the vodka to this game. That's not what I'm drinking. Yeah, some of these screens aren't great. He doesn't have a traditional roll man with him right now in Keaton Wagler, which kind of changes everything. Now people, 2 minutes in here are going back and saying Wagler is not a top 5 pick. Lack of athleticism. Look, I had my concerns. I was a Mikhail Brown Jr. guy, but Keaton Wagler was the pick. Let's get behind him. Let's support him. There have been some good moments so far. Got knocked down that free throw. The turnaround fadeaway in the lane looked nice. He was also short on that. Pretty much been short on everything so far. He got tired early in the halves last time out. I wonder if he'll be still out there, as he was taken out the first 3 minutes of both halves on Thursday night. Wagler was. Is he still on the floor currently? Am I live here? Let's see. Andre Drummond courtside with the Knicks now. You guys got eyes on Keaton? 6-all as the Clippers tie it up with Norchad at the line, Nicaraguan player. It's still Wagler on Peterson out of the timeout. Peterson runs a little pick and roll as Utah gets an open 3 in the near side corner to go. 9-6 Jazz. 5:30 left here in the first quarter. Wagler handles the rock. Can he handle Peterson waiting for him on the other side of the court as he crosses the midcourt line? Instead, gives it up. Baba Miller with it on the left wing. Miller, hand off to Sanders. Sanders between the legs, thought about a 3. Now back to Baba Miller, far side corner. Miller takes his man off the dribble, attacks, puts it up a little bit short. I like the attempt, though. Miller got into the paint, crossed the lane, and just short on the floater. We've been short so far. But we have too much time off since Thursday. Oh, steal created by Kobe Sanders. Here's Norchad into the front court. Almost lost it. Back out to Wagler. Thought about it. Probably should have taken that one. Instead, Baba Miller open. Top side. Miller, another 3-pointer. His second with the Clippers. Had one last game. 9-8. Clippers within 1 is Wagler. Oh, did they call that a steal? Takes the ball away on the other side. A little scramble play. Falls to the deck, and I think he was fouled. So Keaton turns down the 3-pointer, finds Baba topside from 3, who's got the 4-year contract. And then on the other end, Wagler with the steal. Very overzealous play. Clippers basketball. I think they called a foul on the floor. Here's Wagler with it. Right wing between the leg dribble to Kobe Sanders. Sanders with it. Spinning back to Wagler. Right wing deep 3-pointer. Wagler gets it to drop. Is everything fine now? Is everything okay? Keaton Wagler from distance. Steph Curry land, I might add. There was that little bit of Trae Young to his shot, his form, and then knocking down a 3-pointer that far out. Good to see from Keaton Wagler about the 420 mark. Why did it got to be 420, Adam? Of the first quarter. Oh, here comes an alley-oop created by the man some were hating on last time out, and Sean Padula. Who was that too? Was that Norchad? Because I'm still looking at the Wagler game time for that 3-pointer. Wagler 3 at 4:20 mark. Yes. Why did I say that? Who cares? Wagler another 3. This time it's a little bit short. On the left wing, rims in and out, still 13-9 Clippers, 3:33 left here in the first quarter. Peterson with the basketball, pushes off of Sean Padula to gain separation, misses the step back baseline jumper. Padula is arguing for a foul. Ball last out on the Clippers, retained by Utah. So we get the Keaton Wagler replay on that 3-pointer. Nice confidence there. And Wagler's on the board. It was Baba Miller with the big throwdown on Padula. Miller does look good size-wise and instincts-wise so far. Wagler's still out there, so they're not taking him out early this time as he is overmatched. He was on the power forward one to travel. Instead, Utah settles for a 3-ball that's short, goes over the back of the backboard. It was not called out of bounds, and they retained the possession with 10 seconds on the clock. Little floater by the Jazz, get it to go 13-11. No, I didn't do a scouting report on the Utah Jazz players in G League, or excuse me, Summer League. Sean Padula using his body to create a little bit of separation on the right block, gets it up and in off the glass for a nice little crafty layup. Like that from 0-0, 15-11, 2:51 left here in the first quarter. Utah with a 3 on the left wing. That's a little bit long. Padula can't get the rebound. Another offensive rebound for the Jazz. Utah back with it. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Have to get to work here as Keaton Wagler contests a 3-pointer on the far side. That's a little bit long, and Utah has another rebound. Clippers don't have Baba Miller on the floor. Their tallest man might be Martinelli at the moment, but they end up getting 4 times the charm on a rebound. Here comes Martinelli for a dunk off a pass way out in front from Sean Padula. Nice outlet pass, finding Nick Martinelli for the 2-handed throwdown. All right. People are hating on Sean Padula last time out, making some plays here. It was still him and Keaton Wagler out there on the floor. Martinelli hard on himself, tough on himself after that first game. Said he was terrible. Good to see him get on the board there early. Nice find by Padula. A little more competent offense, I would say, so far from this team. A little bit more in sync after Cam Christie had a few turnovers early here. Clippers at 3 so far. Utah matches them with 3 turnovers, but let's see who's on the board. We got Keaton Wagler with 3 points. Everybody with the starters scored except Cam Christie, which is a little bit ironic since he had 9 or 11 points in that first quarter on Thursday night and went scoreless this time. Everyone but Fremantle, who just came in, and Cam Christie has scored in the game for the Clippers. Sharing the sugar, as my friend Noah Eagle would say. The Clippers have some height, just not a ton in Summer League. I mean, Baba Miller's 6'11", guys, without shoes. Baba Miller did get a 4-year deal. Clippers front office and brass feels good about that pick. I loved it from the beginning. Chuck and I are going through the highlights and trying to figure out who he was as a player. Bounced around a little bit. But the rawness is there, but that's okay because his attitude has been, I'll do all the little things to get on the court right now. So even if he's not very refined in any one area, if he can be a Swiss Army knife, a multi-tooled, skilled player that can help in, a few different ways. As my screen goes black again. Okay, now we're back. I think Baba Miller can help. Yeah, some of this. So Wagler got blocked by Peterson as he's looking for the roll man in Norchad, as I got a replay of that now, where the roll man, it wasn't the greatest pick there. And sell job. So some of this is you see Keaton Wagler get blocked, or you see him get ripped like that by Darren Peterson. Is that on him? You'll put it on him, but truthfully, the roller has to be better in that situation. Back to action, 2 minutes left. Clippers up 17-11 here in the first quarter. Wagler still out there. Wow, playing heavier minutes right now. Padula, small. It was a ghost screen. Pick he set for him. As Wagler found Martinelli for a near side corner 3. Couldn't get it, but rebounded by, who is this? Is it Jameel Telfort that just entered the game? who is 19 in number. I think that's him. Telford. Still remains Clippers basketball. 141 left. 17-11 first quarter. All right. Wagler's coming out of the game. Decent stint for him. Had the 3 ball. Had a turnaround midi to start that I thought was going to go, but also defensively, Peterson blew by him for a huge throwdown, which was not the most encouraging, especially with how good he was defensively against Acuff in game 1. Kobe Sanders back into the ball game, goes to work, mid-post, can't get the little 9-footer to go just inside the right elbow there. Utah with the basketball. 125 left, first quarter. Utah with the ball, trailing by 6 to your LA Clippers. Sean Padula picks up his man as soon as he crosses the half-court line. I like Padula's feistiness. Like, he's a competitor. He competes, but he just let the big, and nobody picked him up, roll to the basket for an easy one. That was almost like half-court cherry picking, as nobody was there. Jameer Telford eventually came a little bit late, but now Padula tries to answer on the other end with a right-wing three-pointer that's short off the front iron. Utah back with the basketball into the front court immediately. 17-13 Clippers here. Here's Martinelli trying to guard his man, and that looked like some really awkward defense from him, and there was a foul on, was it Telford? I don't know about Martinelli's defense. He is admitted he's not the most athletic guy. I believe he's called with the foul as the camera zooms in on him. I don't think Sean Padula will get, meaningful minutes. Probably not. But we'll see. Utah at the free throw line. It's 1 shot for 2 points here. Or actually, it's the end of the quarter with 2 minutes left, so you should get 2 shots, right? Or is that the only in the end of the second and end of the fourth quarter? Summer League rules. Yeah, 1 shot. Couldn't get it to go. Martinelli corrals the board. Looks for a guard and said he'll just bring it into the front court. Martinelli with the handle here. Timeout Clippers. They want to get organized. End of quarter stuff. This is smart. Situational basketball. Jay Larranaga wants to draw something up on the board at the end of a quarter. And they got a 2-for-1 opportunity with 41.4 seconds left here in the first quarter. 17-13 Clippers. Maybe that was a mandatory timeout. All right. What else we got here? Frankie said he likes Keaton's jumper. There's some positivity. Baba plus Yannick plus Wagster. YKN. Mako said rather use Cam's roster spot for another big, like Nick Richards. Cam might be fighting for his basketball life right now and Clippers life. Post game on Thursday night, Cam said that he's trying to prove to teams, not the Clippers, teams, that he is a professional. What's the shark movie that's being advertised here? Looks like a bull shark. I'm a sucker for it. The Devil's Mouth, July 29th. I think that's my radio name. Stupid. 41.4 seconds left. Back to Las Vegas. Clippers with a 17-13 lead over the Jazz here in Game 2 of the Summer League for your LA Clips. I am live on Prime, I think. You guys are saying I'm behind? No. It's giving me the X out number. Oh, Avery Bradley. I didn't realize he's hanging out next to Danny Ainge. Is he in the Jazz organization? Obviously, Danny Ainge had him with Boston early on. Clippers ball, 2-for-1 opportunity. I don't know if they called the timeout or if it was a mandatory, but I like it. They'll inbound at far side. Sanders to Padula, back to Sanders. Screen from Baba Miller to Martinelli now, though, on the left wing. Cross-court pass, far side corner. Telfer relocates in three-pointer. Can't get it to go. A little bit long. Utah with the basketball. 25 seconds left. About a 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock, or shot clock and game clock, I should say. Utah still trailing by 4 here. Jameer Telford. I forgot about him a little bit. As Kobe Sanders has a defensive assignment and pokes it away. Telford to the floor. Telford up ahead to Nick Martinelli. Martinelli with another two-handed jam. Put your Martinellis in the sky. 1 second left. First quarter heave from Utah doesn't go. Clippers lead 19-13 heading into the second as Nick Martinelli gets another two-handed dunk. All right, chat. We got a timeout in between quarters. What's up? People in love with Baba. You guys got to understand things. I've seen too much summer league. I've seen too many preseason games. I've seen my guy Kai Jones look good in those settings. The NBA setting is just very different. Very different. Yeah, I didn't know Jameer Telford was still there too. I don't believe he played on Thursday. Martinelli, a really nice hustle play there from Telford getting to the floor and finding Martinelli streaking to the basket. People saying this Jazz team is god-awful. They've played a few games already. They played outside of Vegas. All right, what do we got? Clippers have improved to 38% shooting so far in this one, as opposed to the 33% they shot all of Thursday night. But they're still 25% from the outside, 2 of 8 there. Your only makes Keaton Wagler and Baba Miller. You'll take it. Like Martinelli getting involved. A couple of throwdowns there. Outside of that, Sean Padula with a layup going right. Miller had and skied for an alley-oop from Padula as well. There's just a lot of different ways you could use Baba Miller, but he's got to prove it at the next level. Like, guys, Kai Jones looked really good at times in Summer League and preseason. We can't just say because a guy's playing good now, we're playing bad now, that this is it. This is who they're going to be at the next level. We don't know. I know the Clippers are up by 6, though, heading into the second. It's the 10 minutes trickle down the clock as Utah has the basketball, trailing by 6. Sanders, Padula. What else do we got? Baba Miller still out there, Martinelli, and Telford. It looks like there's a foul on the floor. I just have this long memory about all the guys that played good and played bad in Summer League, and it's very inconclusive on whether or not certain guys' games will actually manifest at the next level. It looked like we had an offensive foul and a moving screen. Clippers basketball. So I don't want to overly praise or overly criticize anyone. That's kind of my stance. Sanders running point for the Clippers, left to right, across the midcourt line with the Summer League logo. Gives it up to Telford on the left wing, looks for help. Baba Miller flashed inside for a second. Instead, Martinelli topside. He drives to his right, spins around the restricted area and got the little left-handed hook to go. Martinelli's feeling himself a little bit now. 6 points for Nick Martinelli, 21-13 Clippers, 9:13 left here in the second. I like what we're seeing. Martinelli is just the fact that he came out and said he played terrible in game 1 and could be honest about it. I wish Christian Pulisic did that. This was a nice move, though. When you're lacking athleticism, you got to get crafty like that. Fake like you're going right, spin back to a left-handed hook there from about 6 feet out. High-level skill to get that to go, especially against a guy that's bigger than him. Clippers on defense currently. Martinelli picking up the ball handler. Let's see what he can do here. Guy tries to shake him, wasn't able to. Instead, near side corner 3 from Utah that trickles around and falls through like the Plinko chip, as Brian Seaman would say back in his days on the radio. I think he still says it. Telford back up ahead. Out to Martinelli. Thought about a three-pointer. Well, drives the closeout now. Push shot doesn't go as it's a little bit short this time. Martinelli being aggressive. Trying to take over this game here. Martinelli, Sanders, Baba Miller, Telford, and Sean Padula out on the floor defensively right now for the Clippers in a 5-point game in game 2 of Summer League. Turnaround fadeaway by Utah doesn't go. Telford snags the board, finds his point guard in Sean Padula, who loses the basketball in a crossover move around the right elbow into the front court. Utah with it. 4th turnover of the game now for the Clippers, I believe. Yes. Baba Miller with the defensive assignment. Okay, I want to see this. Oh, Utah pulled up and bricked one off the left side of the backboard. Baba Miller's defense was good. Quickly up ahead. Here's Martinelli for 3. Nick Martinelli. Near side corner 3 off a Sean Padula pass who collapsed the defense as the Clippers got into the front court in a hurry. And just like that, Martinelli in a hurry, up to 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting, and 1 of 2 now from the outside. Clippers leading 24-16 with 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Some are saying Martinelli steal of the draft. I don't know. They asked him about his free throw shooting. He said it's kind of a feel thing with him jumping off the floor. People saw that after game 1. And that was a little bit strange. I just noticed like his kind of glitch in his free throw shot last time out. Some of that might have been, well, a little bit of the nerves. Like Cam Christie was just good last game, and now everybody's like, Cam Christie's cooked. He's cooked. He's done. Even Martinelli looks better. How could you not be better, Cam Christie? Cam Christie was arguably their best player last game. Like people just go from game to game. Oh, this guy sucks now. He can't play basketball because he had a bad game. This guy's good now because he just had a good game. The overreaction stuff is insane and mind-numbing. Not back from commercial yet. Wagler's effort is good on defense. Peterston still blew by him for that dunk, which that's one I haven't been able to forget yet. All right, we got Coach Lou, Lawrence Frank, and Steve Ballmer courtside. 7:56 left here in the second quarter. Clippers leading 23-16 over the Utah Jazz. The luminaries you would expect are there. Check Twitter. Any breaking news? Last time out, we saw Kings GM Scott Perry in basketball operations. Scott Perry be interviewed in the third quarter. I don't know if Lawrence Frank will be interviewed in this game, considering everything's going on with the Clippers. Jazz with the basketball. Missed the layup, missed the putback, tipped around. Baba Miller tips it out. Same crew on the floor for the Clippers. Jameer Telfort, Sean Padula, Miller, Martinelli, and Sanders. It'll be Martinelli with it now. Top of the arc. Using the pivot. Quick pass inside to Sanders, who kicks it out to Telfort. Near side corner 3 straight down the strings. Great ball movement there by the Clippers. 26-16, 7:14 left here in the second quarter. Martinelli finding Kobe Sanders, who was open underneath. The defense recovered, and he kicked it out to Telfort for that three-pointer. Don't forget about Jameer Telfort here. He won't let you. Utah with a little hook shot on the right block to make it 26-18. Padula with the basketball. Goes from the right hand to the left hand, about 40 feet out from the basket, and now Martinelli has it. Martinelli, defender, hand on his back, finds Padula on the left wing now. A little two-man game. Padula now drives. Sean Padula picks up his pivot foot, finds Martinelli, who has his shot rejected on a baby hook, but he gets the rebound. Back out to Telfort, who hits again. Jameer Telfort connects once again from distance. He's 2 for 2. Don't get too excited at him. But the Clippers now 4 of 10 from the outside and lead 29-18. Utah tries to respond with a 3-ball of their own and do so. Make it 29-21, 6:11 left in the second. Padula with it. Gets a screen from Baba Miller. Might have been a moving screen. That's okay. Back to Martinelli. Martinelli to the far side corner to Sanders. Thought he had the shot, missed the 3 balls. He held the form a little bit long. Utah with it, 29-21, trailing by 8 with 5:53 left here in the second quarter. Martinelli trying to play some defense here, beat off the dribble, and they call the foul as his man attacked down the right alley. It'll be 1 shot for 2 points here. Yeah, Jamil Telford's 2 of 3 from the outside. It's like Keaton Wagler did not become a different basketball player tonight than he was Thursday. Like everybody reacting to every game as if everything's in a vacuum as Keaton Wagler comes back in. Oh, joining him is our friend, Fletcher Lawyer. I thought he looked pretty good in game 1. 29-21, and Darren Peterson back out on the court for Utah. 5:49 left here in the second quarter. All right, Cam Christie back out there. Baba Miller corrals the rebound and release a bounce out of his hands to Cam Christie. Christie back out on the floor for the Clippers. To Baba, drives by his man and gets the easy scoop layup there to go, as there wasn't a defender, a back line of defense to be seen for the Utah Jazz. Baba Miller really showing off the athleticism there. That was at the 5:40 mark of the second quarter. I got to mark that. 1 second. Baba drive. I mean, they just left the lane wide open. Speaking of, here's Keaton Wagler. Spin move, loses it out of bounds, still belongs to the Clippers as he tried to get a quick one in transition. Cross the lane from the right to the left. Clippers will inbound on the far side baseline. Like the aggressiveness from Wagler. Wagler, the trigger man here, looking for a teammate and looks for Baba Miller. Why not? Biggest man out there on the floor currently. Baba goes at his man, loses it, but draws the foul in the interior, being aggressive right in the restricted area off the little lob pass on the inbounds from Wagler, and it'll be Miller to the line for 1 for 2. Baba Miller. People calling him Giannis. Is that Giannis or Baba? The steal of the draft. Again, everybody's got to cool their jets. I want everyone to play well, but if they do, I'm also not going to say they're Giannis Antetokounmpo or they're a comp to a Hall of Famer. If they do, it's Summer League. Wagler guarding Peterson, ball screen, and said they trap him. He gets it away as Utah attacks. 9-foot push shot, and they get it to go. Clippers still lead by 10 at 33-23. Wagler up the far sideline. Back to Baba. Babla with a little hesitation move. Back out to Wagler from 3. Misses everything but the bottom of the net. Cam Christie came up with it and tried to throw it back in. Instead, he turns it over. Thought there was a foul. And now Utah turns it over on the other end. Number 40 saying, my bad. Chaotic basketball here in the Summer League from one turnover to another. It will be Clippers ball with 4:39 left, 33-23 here in the second. Wagler there on the step back, missing everything. How much of Baba's 6'11" is his head? Is that a Fletch reference? Here's Wagler. Screen from Kobe Sanders, kicks it back to him. Sanders dribble handoff to Cam Christie. Driving right. Cam spinning to his left. Wild shot. Can't get it to go with the left hand. Foul underneath, though, as Norchad was battling for the board because that's what he does. That'll be a foul on the Utah Jazz. Clippers inbounds. And then the penalty already. Yeah, Norchad to the line. One shot for 2 points. No, it's an inbounds play on the far side corner. Sanders inbounding it to Baba Miller. Has he come out of the game yet? Back to Kobe Sanders. Sanders driving mid post, near side, use the pivot foot, pull up, jumper, can't get it to go. Baba Miller and make it. Norchad with the rebound, doesn't have it, goes out of bounds off of his fingertips in the far side corner. Ball back to Utah. Yeah. If Baba can hit shots from the outside, like if just one of him or Yannick can hit shots from the outside, we're in business and they can play next to each other. I agree. Utah not able to hit a shot from the left wing. Was that Peterson? Rimmed in and out. Clippers leading by 10, 33-23. 3:57 left in the second quarter. Slightly better pace and rhythm to this game than what we saw Thursday night. Clippers are only at 3 free throws. Utah's joined them at 3. They're 0 of 3 as they're inbounding on the near sideline. We're not going to get 50 free throws in this game. Please, God. Peterson, left wing three-pointer, nasty. Gets it to drop. Darren Peterson, yeah, well, I didn't have many doubts about him outside of the little injury stuff when he came in. 33-26. Here's Wagler topside. Peterson on him. Takes it away from Keaton Wagler as Peterson gets into the front court. Thought about a three from the same spot. Instead, tries to bully Wagler going down the left alley, and they call the foul on Keaton. Nice play there by Darren Peterson. First taking the ball away on one end from Keaton Wagler. Then on the other, had Wagler thinking he was going for another three on that left wing. Instead, hesitation, drive, draws the foul. Keaton's still just a little out of tempo and rhythm right now. Peterson is, he's ready-made NBA. He looks, it's crazy to say, but like some of his movement and stuff, like he looks a little bit like Kobe. Just so smooth with it. Young Kobe. Clippers into the front court, leading by 5. Wagler with it. Use the pivot, turns to his right. Oh, and draws the foul on Peterson on the right elbow. Who says, my bad, as he taps his chest. Nice move there by Wagler, baiting Darren Peterson. First had the screen from Norchad. Peterson tried to contest as he got back to the basketball, but couldn't above the right elbow. That's the craftiness of Keaton Wagler. We knew Wagler's undersized right now, and he has to put on muscle. Peterson obviously looks more like an NBA-ready player already with his definition and body type out there. Wagler gets it to go, though, this time, 35-28. Keaton Wagler up to 5 points in the ball game now. Peterson with it with Wagler on him, gets the switch with Cam Christie. Right elbow, goes to his left, gets the little lefty layup, make it right layup under the arm of Cam Christie. That was filthy. 35-30 and 1. I jumped back in a little too soon there. Went behind his back to his right hand, left block, scoop layup, and 1 on Cam Christie while using a little bit of off arm there at times. Tough. Darren Peterson's at 11 points. He leads all scorers. Some are hating, saying the gap between Wagler and Peterson is like the Pacific Ocean. Look, Peterson, if he had a healthy year, he might have been the number 1 pick. Here's Wagler using a ball screen. Had a three-pointer open on the right wing. Instead gives it up to Baba. Back to Wagler. Has it just inside the free throw line. Lobs it up and over the head of Miller. And there was a foul on the floor, though, as he was, I believe, held going up for that oop from Wagler. Here's 43 Dixon from the Utah Jazz with the Antoine Carr-like Oakley goggles on as we head to a timeout here. If it wasn't what was it? If it wasn't creatine, what's the assertion here? I don't know what it was. But if it wasn't for the injury stuff, he's probably the number 1 pick. His game is that refined already. He's got a bag. I need to see a replay of that oop. But instead, I'm getting this shark. What was it called? The Devil's Mouth. God, I'm a sucker for a shark movie. Especially a bad one straight to Amazon Prime. What was the Paris one? I like that one. That's exactly what overdoing creatine does to you. Not in my experience. I've never heard about creatine. If anything, would do the opposite of whatever low energy cramp stuff. That as long as you're drinking water and I've been taking creatine forever, so that it didn't wash with me either. Something about that story still does not make a lot of sense. But hey, hope he's healthy. Hope he has a great career. Not a big Utah Jazz fan, but Utah Jazz could end up being like a top 4 team in the West in a couple of years. I don't think they're that far. Keontae George last season was one of the most underrated players in the league. Peterson did rip Wagler, but Wagler then got the foul on him on the other end. Here's Wagler with it. Above the right elbow, backs up now to the right wing. Peterson watching him. Wagler, the double comes, and he throws it into the hands of the Jazz. Foul on Keaton Wagler. Fouls on the floor? What do they want? Transition take foul? Wagler has to make that pass there. They blitzed him, which, hey, these are good reps for him right now. Defenses, they played really hard. Sacramento on Thursday night against him. But when that second defender came, Wagler tried to get it out of his hands quickly. I'm not sure if it was Peterson or somebody else who got a hand on it. Utah within 2, 35-33. 2:40 left. Wagler in from left to right. Didn't use the screen from Miller. Miller definitely missed his man in Peterson. Wagler backs up far out from the left wing. Now has it topside. Moves to the right wing. Wagler with a chest pass to Cam Christie. Fires the three-pointer and gets it to go. Cam, I am. Mio, who was hating on him for that first quarter, even though he was their best player last game. Cam Christie needed that shot. Got it to go. Clippers up by 5, 38-33. 2:12 left here in the second quarter. Peterson has Wagler on him, tries to shake him, moves to his right, doesn't draw the foul, and gets a late call on Wagler at the free throw line on the jumper. I thought it was a foul initially, honestly, but a late call after he missed. I can't stand when the referees do that. Wait to see what the result is to see if they should call a foul. Well, he must have affected it because he missed it. And just call the foul while it's in the air if it's a foul. And it looked like it was. He definitely got a step on Keaton Wagler a little bit there. But Wagler wants that assignment, and I'm here for it. Misses the free throw, back out, and Utah drills a three. I don't know who that was, straight in the face of Keaton Wagler, 38-36. Wagler with it. Peterson on him. Gets a screen from Baba Miller into the front court. Keaton Wagler with it. 1:51 left here in the second quarter. Right elbow. Gets inside of it. Tries a tough layup. Might have been blocked. Either way, Jazz come up with a rebound. Wagler forcing the issue a little bit there. I need to see that one more time. I'll rewind it during the half. Here come the Clippers after a rebound themselves. Cam Christie down the left alley. Forces the action. Doesn't get it to go, and Baba Miller misses the tip-in. Long outlet pass from Utah. Cherry picking by number 43 for the dunk. And then we got a tie game. 1:22 left in the second. Clippers led by, I believe, as many as 12. Wagler with it as things have gotten a little bit sloppy here. Over the defense with a nice this was a Kobe Sanders three-pointer here. 1:10 left as he misses short. Peterson up ahead. Back to 43, who's just staying on that side, doing a little bit of cherry picking here. Can I go back and watch that Wagler replay now? Amazon's nasty. I don't even want to try. Maybe it's my internet. Now I'm getting the black screen of death. Bring me back live. Oh, the go live button is your friend. 38-38, minute 06 left here before the half. We got a timeout on the floor. I'd like to see that Keaton Wagler play again where he went right. It's amazing to me how quickly people will turn on a player. Like Cam Christie was one of the better players in Summer League last season, showed a lot of good stuff. And now people are already giving up on him. He has been wild and out of control in the layups this game. He was also their best player on Thursday night. And now we're done with him. I'm rooting for Cam. He's definitely playing with some pressure right now. All right, this stupid stuff. He's obviously not a first-round pick, or he's not a first-round pick, says this guy. That's just a straight timeout. We have no idea how good a guy is going to be because of his first 2 games in Summer League. Stop. Please, stop. You cannot just judge someone off 2 games in Summer League. People in here just hating. And I'll just put him in timeout. Timeout. All right. What was it 106 left? Clippers ball. Second quarter. Kids dancing. Darren Peterson definitely had no doubt about him last year in college. Have no doubt about him as an NBA player. I don't think he should play another game in summer league, to be honest. Utah's at the line. Cherry picking 43. All right. Here's Christie with it. Crossover move. Drives. Attacks down the center of the lane. Loses the basketball on another layup that was a little bit out of control. He's just losing it at the top of the arc, at the peak of his arc there. Utah comes back the other way. Nice defense by Cam as he stops a layup. Here's Kobe Sanders with a 2-on-1. He tries to take it all himself and draws the foul going down the left alley. Had Martinelli to his right, but now he'll head to the free throw line. As Sanders is talking a little junk to his defender that played him straight up, actually, for the most part. As hands were at an angle there at the very end where the foul was. But he's got the worst of it, an elbow from the right elbow of Sanders there. Two for one or one for two. One shot to get 2 points, and Kobe Sanders knocks it down. 40-38. Timeout. 43.4 seconds left here in the second. Wasn't the last quarter we had the same timeout around the same time? So is that mandatory around there? Under a minute timeout type thing? Or is that because it's a 2-for-1 situation and it's a teaching moment for these young coaches? Now people calling me a bust. They're hating so much on Wagler. I mean, I've been in the game for a bit now. So I don't know how I've stayed around this long. This will be my 10th season with the Clippers, God willing. Put Adam on timeout. I'm not saying, look, Cam Christie is struggling. He's definitely struggling in this game. He was also their best player last time out. Both things can be true. I hate saying it because it's overused, but it is a fact. I don't want to give up on a guy. I don't want to do this from game to game type of thing, where if they play well today, they are great and they're going to be a Hall of Famer. And if they're not playing well, they suck and their basketball career is over and they're a bust. It's just very unintelligent. Well, if you believe that, Big RR, then you should be in timeout. I've been put through way too much with this Clippers team to take that type of slander. I don't even know why I do these watch parties. All right, Keaton Wagler still 5 points, but 1 of 7. He's gotten up 7 shots though. That's as many as he got up last time out. Utah Jazz with the basketball, 2-for-1 opportunity here with 36 seconds left before the end of the first half. Back outside, Cam Christie with some good defense there. Tipped the ball off the defender. That'll be a turnover on Utah. Clippers ball, 32.5 seconds left. 40-38 here in the second quarter. Clippers with it. Here's Wagler. Peterson, his primary defender still. Crosses the half-court line, brings it in from left to right. Wagler bringing the ball back and forth. Peterson now puts a hand on him. Wagler gets by him. Kick out. Cam Christie, far side corner. Cam short. Utah Jazz rebound. 12 seconds left here in the half. They can settle for the final shot of the quarter in this first half. That's a great read by Keaton Wagler that he didn't get rewarded for and people will forget about. Got by Peterson. Kick out to Cam. Peterson just tried a shot with great defense by Wagler, and we're at the half as Peterson misses. How about that? So last, 30 seconds of the half. I'm going to mark that. Wagler kick out to Cam, then defense. I'll take it. And didn't we like that from Keaton Wagler? You can be as honest as you want, but being honest and being logical and rational are two different things. At the half, it's 40-38 Clippers. Baba Miller leads them with 9 points, 3 of 4 shooting, 1 of 1 from 3. Keaton Wagler's 1 of 7, 5 points, 3 assists to 2 turnovers. Could have had another one there. Kobe Sanders with 4 on 1 of 6 shooting. The Clippers are at 35% shooting as a team. Nick Martinelli made a little bit of an impact there in the first quarter. All 8 of his points came there, where he's 4 of 7, a couple of throwdowns. I don't know if Mio's being a Wagler. Let's stand here. What is this? Wagler isn't an NBA player. You've determined that from 2 games. I'm sorry, it's stupid. It's a timeout. Like, please leave the chat. You think that from 2 games. Summer League games. Would you have said that about Wembanyama with how he looked early on? Wagler got up 7 shots in the first half, and I'm encouraged about that. And he just blew by Peterson for a nice kick out to the far side corner that unfortunately wasn't converted by Cam Christie. All right. I'm taking receipts. Kicking ass and taking receipts. Everybody in here. I don't know either, Coach. I don't even know why I do this sometimes. Some of the dumbest things I've seen have unfortunately come in a Clippers Talk chat. I'm taking all the receipts. I've seen this before. These same people that overreacted or that are overreacting now probably were the same people that said Brook Lopez was better than Ivica Zubac because of a 6-game sample size at one point last season. They're probably the exact same people. I'm not saying Wagler has looked great so far. I'm saying it's Summer League. And putting too much into that is not, I mean, I kind of agree with this. It's not the wisest move. Is that just like a coping mechanism? Let it play out. Who did they get? Did anybody get interviewed at the half? Did I miss anything? Let's see if I can try to rewind here a little bit. This is a dangerous game. Keontae George was interviewed earlier. Did anyone get interviewed going to the locker room? I don't know about 3 or 4 years, but you should have an idea within 2 years of where he could be as an NBA player. But it's definitely going to be a process. It is definitely going to take time, especially when you are a point guard. I mean, he projects as your lead point guard eventually. I know Darius Garland's that guy now. But it's a lot more responsibility. I am certainly not putting everything into 1.5 Summer League games. Like some people in here. You can absolutely draft developmental with the 5th pick. You can. It doesn't mean he can't still help you in the meantime. I think he will. That's what I like about Wagler. I think his floor is going to be high enough to help them initially while he's still getting better. As he is a smart basketball player. I've seen enough to confirm that so far. You guys going to show him love for the defense on Darren Peterson and the blow by? You know what? I'm going to try to play this and see if hopefully I'm okay and can get away with it. But I'm going to share the screen with you guys because I'm tired of the key. Did you guys even watch this? I need to know. I'm going to share the screen and show you a play here. Here's the end of the first half. Keaton Wagler on both ends. He makes the right basketball play here. He doesn't get rewarded, so everybody's going to forget about it. I don't care if Cam Christie makes the shot or not. It's more about the process, definitely in Summer League. Don't fail me now. Go screen, got the step on Peterson, made the right play to Cam Christie. Now watch his defense. Watch his defense. Out on an island. Martinelli shades over a little bit, but now he's going to retreat. And look at Keaton Wagler stay with him like that. He's all over Peterson, who got him early on for a dunk. He knows he's not going to blow by him with how much time is left on the clock. He played that perfectly. I love it. Y'all keep hating, though. Do what you do. All right, I think I'm back on this microphone now. I don't know what some of you guys are watching out there. That defense was great. Peterson's being interviewed to start the third quarter as we're about to get underway here. I went back to live. That is a great button. Way to go, Amazon Prime. We got that right. See, it's like one bad play, people will freak out. But if he has one good play, people will say, "Oh, it's just one good defensive play." Whoopee. People will freak out with one bad game, or I hope they have the same energy when he has a good half or a good summer league game and he's efficient. People are going to put everything into that game and now say, hey, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, because y'all put way too much into one game or one half or one play. All right, at least Big RR is saying this. I'm not judging Wagler in Summer League. That's ridiculous. I want to see him play in the real games over a lengthy period of time. I want to see an entire year. An entire year. I don't know if it's going to take 2 years for him to get into the starting lineup. I don't know if that's the case. Third quarter is about to get underway. Clippers up 40-38. Baba Miller leads them with 9 points. Nick Martinelli has 8 off the bench. Keaton Wagler with 5, but just 1 of 7 shooting. But he's made some good plays. He's played some good defense. There's also been some bad defensive possessions. Peterson blow by in the first quarter. I'm being fair and talking about both. Some of y'all are only going to do one side of this, and that's the side of hate. But I'm not here for that. Not in Summer League. We're rooting for success. Jazz had the ball to start the third quarter, by the way. Let's see what we got here. Same starting lineup to start the third. Oh, no. No. As Utah throws it down to tie the game, Jameer Telfort's in there for, who is he in here for? Norm Chad to start the third quarter. Telfort's in, who had a really good first half, actually. Jameer ended up with 2 3-pointers in consecutive possessions after we get a missed shot. Was that Keaton or was that Kobe Sanders, as I looked away there for a second, and Utah takes the lead? Who took that? That was Kobe Sanders. All right, Clippers basketball, down 40-42. Here's Jameer Telfort, near side corner. Can't get this one to go. Clippers down by 2. Utah with the ball, 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. Ooh, great move by Peterson on the pump fake on Cam Christie and gives it up. Darren Peterson is definitely him. Goes down the right alley and draws the foul. Peterson to the line, 1 for 2. Yeah, there's obviously some guys you can see it with right away, but I knew Peterson was him in high school. We all did. That's an all-time can't-miss prospect. Keaton Wagler was not a top 100 recruit coming out of high school. He had a meteoric rise in college. Gets it to go, so that puts him up by 4. One free throw for 2 points, 44-40. 8:43 left in the third quarter. Wagler to Telford on the right wing. Telford being guarded closely to Baba Miller, top side. To Sanders on his left. Sanders to Wagler off a screen. Pull up long, 2-pointer. Got it to go. 44-42. I like that shot, Keaton. 8:25 mark of the third quarter. Keaton Wagler, long 2-pointer. That was a well-executed play by the Clippers. Maybe the best of Summer League so far. 44-42. Is he fine now because he made a shot? People fine now and they're still freaking out. That shot was clean. Like that form there, that looked like a long 2. He ain't going to be Steph Curry. Nobody's ever going to be Steph Curry. But that shot was wet. His form was perfect. That was a no-doubter. That was a beautiful shot. Clippers back with the basketball, but trailing by 2 with 8 minutes left. Miller on the right wing. Oh, drives by his man and throws it down with 2. Rocks the rim +1. Bob Miller, 44 all. I mean, his first step is quick. That's why you get the contract. That was nasty. That might be his most impressive play so far here in Summer League. Baba Miller up to 11. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Mark that down. Baba Miller, about the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. That was a really impressive move from the perimeter. Here comes Cam Christie on a run out. Cam, one-on-one. Can't get the layup to go, but the putback is up and in by Kobe Sanders. Cam Christie in transition. Couldn't get it to go. He can't make a layup or buy a bucket right now, but Sanders was there for the putback. 47-44 Clippers. Is there a foul on the other end? Great instincts there from Sanders. Kobe Sanders on the cleanup committee. Cam is just, he looks in his own head on these layups right now. I don't know why. He had a good game on Thursday. Baba's on the floor. Please be okay. Gets helped up. Looks okay. Baba Miller's already in that range where I'm like, I'm getting so excited. Nobody get hurt. If there's anything I care about after process, it's just nobody get hurt, please. It's Summer League. All right, Wagler will bring it in. Ooh, nice move against Peterson to shake him in the backcourt. Now gives it up. Telford with it on the right wing. That's how you get by your man. I want you guys to look at that again when you say you can't get by his man. Sanders with it now on the left wing. Once again, Wagler has it. Top of the key. Fires a three-pointer straight away, in and out. Baba Miller skies for the rebound. Gives it up to Telford. Near side. Corner 3. Up and in. Baba Miller keeping the possession alive. Telford, another 3-ball. Make it his third of the game. No wonder he started the third quarter. He's 3 of 5 with 9 points. All 9 points from the 3-ball land. Here comes Cam Christie right to left. Oh, my God. Cam just missed a dunk in transition. My guy Cam. Keaton Wagler, though, with the 3-ball to make it okay. Wagler with the 3-pointer, 53-44. Cam Christie was all alone in transition on a steal, a great defensive play. Missed the 3-ball, but then Keaton Wagler hits a 3. Wagler's starting to assert himself a little bit. Already up to 10 shots, has 10 points, 3 of 10 shooting, but a long 2 and now a 3-ball here in the third quarter for Keaton. Cam is in his own head right now. Maybe he saw the chat with you guys hating so much. The chat literally goes from Thursday night talking about how good Cam Christie looks to this game. He misses a couple of shots early and you guys are killing him. I'm not giving up on Cam Christie because his confidence is extremely low right now. Like, I don't know if he's long for being a Clipper, but believe me, if he were to be released or something like that, somebody's going to pick him up. People definitely said Cam was good on Thursday. He had 9 or 11 points in the first quarter. He was their best player. Yeah. What a reactionary take. I'd rather give Telford his spot. It's like, well, Telford's played better this game, so automatically now it's give Telford's Cam spot. I'm just keeping receipts on all this stupid stuff in the chat. And it is as reactionary, as reflexive as is possible because it's Summer League. Cam is still only about to be 21. But thank goodness on the recycle, on the offensive rebound, Wagler found himself open on the left wing, knocked it down. Wagler's shot. The one thing I didn't worry about coming out of college, his shot is pure. That's not the issue. Utah Jazz gets an easy bucket, driving right out of the timeout to make it 53-46 as an and one. 6:19 left here in the third quarter. This is Cam's third year. He does have to show something. Don't get me wrong. This is a bad game from him. I am acknowledging it's a bad game. I am also not going to say he's cooked, it's over, he's never played in the NBA, he's not an NBA player, and all these things. That's the part where you guys take it way too far. Clippers ball up by 6 with 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. Wagler up ahead, gets into the front court as he goes behind his back to the left wing. Wagler keeps the dribble alive. Now a bounce pass. Telford, right wing. Telford looking for a teammate. Can't find anybody inside. Back outside. Top side. It's Baba Miller with it. He loses the basketball into the back court, but it was tipped. Not a turnover. Clippers with the possession. He just had to throw it up and in. Baba Miller. Prayers are answered. The 40-foot three-pointer banks in as it was open for him. 56-47 to beat the shot clock. Baba Miller. Everything's going his way tonight. I know chat's freaking out about that. LOL, holy yes. Baba Miller with the half-court shot, the heave. Mm-hmm. As I write down some more notes here. Baba does look good. I don't know how many times I have to say it, though. The amount of guys I've seen look good in Summer League doesn't always translate. But I'm rooting for him. Norchad comes in, did not get the start in the third quarter after he had started the first 2 games here of Summer League. It was Jameer Telford starting the third. I think they wanted more shooting and spacing out there. Utah at the line to make it 56-49. Sean Padula re-enters the ball game, so now Keaton Wagler playing the 2. Now some off-ball Keaton. Padula with it, the Summer League logo, to Wagler on the right wing from far out. Drives with the left hand. Little elongated step there as he didn't get it to go, but Norchad's there for the putback. Awkwardness in the delivery there, but that's kind of that off-rhythm, off-beat game from Wagler. Missed the little tough push shot from about 8 feet out, but Norchad was there for the putback on the right elbow. Glad he got a bucket there. Hopefully some confidence after he got benched to start the third quarter. Clippers with a steal into the hands of Christie. Cam's defense has been good. Cam across the half-court line. Dribble with the left hand. Crossover move. Lose the basketball momentarily. Picks it back up. Back out to Sanders. Sanders with it on the right wing. Dribbles into the paint with the left hand. Puts it up. Tough shot against the bodies in the middle and then lose the basketball. Utah heads the other way. And 1 for Utah? No, Sean Padula. Sorry, I'm all over the place with this Amazon Prime. At least Mio's honest about it in the chat. And he can definitely be delusional. I'm sorry if you don't like me saying that we don't know if Keaton Wagler is going to be an all-star or a bust yet. I'm sorry. I don't mean to I don't know, be so judgmental of takes that oh, here's Keaton Wagler, by the way. Floater, well short. Ball on the floor, but Norm Chad has it. Back out. Wagler with it on the far side corner to Cam. They swing it around the perimeter. Here's Sanders with it top side. And what do we have? Foul away from the basketball. If you don't like rational, logical, measured takes, then you're probably not going to do well here. Find another watch party of a Clippers Summer League game. Please. 4:12 left here in the third quarter, 58-52. Clippers still leading by 6. Inbounds to Norchad. Waits for Cam Christie. Cam Christie to Martinelli, who's entered the ball game. Pass inside to Norchad for the nice reverse layup on the right block. Takes it from the left side to the right side. Off the bounce pass from Martinelli. That was a good feed. Big to big, 8-point lead for the Clippers, 60-52 as Jeff Van Gundy looks on. Ball goes out of bounds. And is it a turnover by Utah? Oh, Jeff Van Gundy's out of his chair now. Cheering on that Clippers defense, causing a turnover. Van Gundy next to Yannick. All right, Clippers back with the basketball into the front court. I keep going back and forth between game film and the chat. Norchad, as the ball was on the floor, there was a foul. Somebody fouled Padula there. He said he was going up. I'm going up. Put me at the line. 60-52, 3:33 left here in the third quarter. Ref says no side out. Clippers will take it from the far sideline. Padula, the inbounds man, the trigger man here. Padula looking for a teammate. Ooh, found Norchad on a backdoor cut who missed the dunk with the right hand, but the ball's in the hands of Cam Christie now, who loses it once again going up, but there was a foul on the floor. Norchad almost had a spectacular play. Lost his man on a quick move, and Padula found him. Woo! Norchad lost the basketball on the way up. Everybody commenting on Yannick looks huge. This is real half-ass play-by-play right now. I'm just doing a little bit because why not? It's fun here and there. 62-52 as Cam Christie hits the free throw, which y'all going to keep hating. I mean, I have no idea who most of these guys are on the Utah Jazz outside of Peterson. You do play-by-play. You actually scout the game. People just in here just to say Wagler or bust. Like, I mean, that's a timeout. I didn't see you. Did he have a boot on? Conan? People mocking Cam Christie because he scored at the free throw line. I don't know. People usually overdo the, oh, this guy put on 15 pounds of muscle this summer type talk. They've been doing it with Keaton Wagler, who has it just inside the half-court line as he crosses into the front court for the Clippers. Gets a screen from Martinelli, who rolls to the basket, couldn't find him. Still with the basketball. Gives it up. Telford on a three-pointer. Pump fakes. Back out. It's Wagler. Three-pointer straight away, straight down the strings. Keaton Wagler once again from distance. Now, my stats need an update. Is he up to 13 points? 65-54. And yes, 13 points on 3 of 6 shooting from distance here from Wagler. Is everybody done freaking out now? Or is he still a bust? Like, do I still have to hear that stupidity in the chat? Is everything all right? Because he's looking much better in this game as he gets punched in the face. What is Utah doing? Who's number 50 here on the other end? We got a timeout on the floor. Keaton better be okay. The form does look pure as F. People call it Dogler, Keaton Dogler. The main thing that needs to translate from college to the pros is that shot. Everything else is kind of playing off of that, is dependent off of that. Oh, all this positivity. Is he still a bust? Is he still not an NBA player like you said earlier, Vaughn? This guy literally said earlier he's not an NBA player or not a first-round pick or something. Like, so now do you go to the other extreme? He's going to be a Hall of Famer. I just hope he's okay after getting punched in the face. The jump shot looked good in college. Like, you guys just watching him? B31's also been hating in the chat. Now has to own up to the jump shot does look good. Well, yeah. Y'all watch him? It looks good even when he misses. That is his NBA skill. For those that have been in here saying he's not an NBA player. This is, I might have to just leave this on the screen for the rest of the show. Who said this? Midnight Gonzo? This is the truth. Yes, shout out JVG. You guys saying no boot on Conan? They're reviewing the flagrant or possible flagrant. They called it a flagrant. Wagler to the line. So is this truly just for 1 point? Since it would typically only be 1 point. Should be a shot in the ball. As Wagler gets it to go up to 14. $66-54. Clippers leading by 12. 2:47 left in the third quarter. Glad Keaton's okay. Got hit in the chops. The Summer League physicality as advertised. Peyton finds Wagler on the inbounds pass. Wagler to Martinelli. I was going to hand it back off to Keaton. Instead, he spins into the paint. Wagler putting on a flurry of moves. Back out to Wagler now on the right wing. Wagler with a pump fake. Dribbles. Spins himself. Right elbow jumper. Got it to go. Keaton Wagler getting into his bag. That was tough. 2:28 mark here, the third quarter. Keaton Wagler spinning right elbow jumper. Is everything okay now? Are we all right? He's up to 16. I like what I'm seeing. With about 2.5 minutes left here in the third. Here's Martinelli driving to the right, using the left-handed push shot, got it to go from about 8 feet out, just outside the restricted area, across the lane from left to right, went to the left hand. He says he plays off a feel, got it to go. 70-54 Clippers. 1:47 left here in the third quarter. Are people freaking out in the chat? Can I start putting all the people that were talking earlier, talking mess about Wagler into timeout? Is that what I should do? Where's Vaughn at? Where's this guy at? They say he's not an NBA player. Where's the Doomers at? Yeah, his defense has been good as well. Fortunately, I called for another foul. I like what I'm seeing. Clippers basketball, 71-54, 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Padula crosses into the front court, gets a screen from Norchad, and instead chest pass to his right to Telford. Back to Sean Padula, right wing three-pointer from distance. Put the Clippers up by 20, Sean. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Padula with a 26-foot three-point shot on the right wing. Everybody was hating on him too. What happened? Everybody in the chat getting cooked. I like it. Clippers back on defense. And yes, Wagler's even more engaged defensively, I think, since his offense has started to come and he's found his rhythm on that end. Clippers with the basketball, Wagler with it. Those secure hands on the right wing. Goes between the legs. Steps inside, step back. Three-pointer. Got it to go. Keaton Wagler. Are we here? Are we here? Keaton Wagler's up to 19. Make it 20. 6 of 15 from the field on the step back three, top side. Woo! What a difference a game makes, huh? Is everything okay now? You guys all right? Here's Padula the other way. Sean Padula drives down the middle of the lane. Scoop shot. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Telford, though. Clippers an extra possession. Sean will try a near side corner three this time off the front of the rim. Here's Martinelli. Third time's the charm. Nick Martinelli, right place, right time, and the Clippers have opened up a 23-point lead with 18.9 seconds left here in the third quarter on Utah in Summer League game number 2. Wagler sets his feet and gets ready to slide against Peterson, who once again will have the final shot of the quarter. Gets a screen as Wagler goes over the top of it, and there was a foul on Martinelli, who can't believe it. Head in hand, 7.4 seconds left, off-ball foul. Are they in the penalty? How do penalties work in Summer League? Oh, look at the people that were hating on Wagler earlier. Oh, look at these people in here. Oh, now everything's fine. We're good. Keaton Wagler's the right pick. Oh, this is crazy, huh? How about that? Oh, you want me to put him in timeout? People talking mess early on. Padula, 5 seconds left. Crosses the half-court line. 3 seconds left. Back to Wagler. 35-footer. Short off the front of the rim, but draws the foul with 0.2 seconds left. Keaton Wagler is on a mission right now. Who's that foul on? I need to see. Was that Peterson? Late closeout by Peterson as Wagler sells the foul. What's Wagler up to in the third quarter with this scoring eruption? Is everything okay? Are you guys good? Where's the Doomers at? What happened? What happened to you guys? Where's all the Wagler haters now? What happened?
Hey! Where y'all going? Where y'all going? You a legend, bro.
Where y'all going?
Hey! Where y'all going? Where y'all going? You a legend, bro.
Beg for forgiveness. Some Keaton Wagler appearances going on here in the third. That was a complete takeover in the third quarter by Wagler. How are we feeling? Where's the haters? What happened to you guys? What happened?
Hey! Where y'all going? Where y'all going?
Oh, here's Vaughn, who I'm going to put back in timeout, who said he wasn't an NBA player. That sounds pretty stupid now, right? In the first half, he wasn't an NBA player. Now, all of a sudden, he's the best player in this game.
Hey! Where y'all going? Where y'all going? You a legend, bro.
Where y'all going? Where y'all going? Keaton freaking Wagler. Do you like what you're seeing now? Do you like what you're seeing? K-Dub is here. Now, I'm going to say this. Even what he's doing right now does not mean he's going to be an all-star or this or that. It's still Summer League. But to those who are putting everything into Summer League, you better keep that same energy because you were killing him when he was bad and it was all meaningful, right? Oh, he's bad. That means he can't be a pro. That means he's not a good player. That means we shouldn't have taken him. So now that he's not bad, for those people, well, they might want to apologize. Those prisoners of the moment.
Hey! Where y'all going? Where y'all going? You a legend, bro.
It's almost like you should be even keel about Summer League basketball and 19-year-old players. But if you want to get hyped because you weren't destroying Keaton Wagler when he wasn't playing well, by all means, get hyped. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm not overreacting. I'm just telling the people who did, they should be overreacting the other way now. If you overreacted in the negative, now you should be overreacted in the positive, right? If we're going to keep it a buck. But they won't. Baba Miller, left wing. Clippers back with the basketball, leading 82-56 to start the fourth quarter here in Summer League game number 2 as Sean Padula just threw it into the first row looking for Cam Christie, and they weren't on the same page on the right wing. Ooh, it is still Summer League. Yeah, who are the people that said, somebody said earlier that Indiana was right. It's a 4-man draft. What happened to that guy? What happened to that guy? Peterson misses now on the right baseline. Clippers with the basketball. Wagler currently out. Here's Martinelli with it. Drives to the right elbow. Wants to back down his man. Now another left-handed hook shot. Can't get it to go. Martinelli had a quick start in the first quarter where he had 8 points. Now at 12 points. Still 6 of 10 shooting. Utah back the other way. The runner is missed, and the Clippers still lead 82-56 with 9 minutes left here in the fourth. Here's Padula with it. Has it. 3-point line, kicks it back. Baba Miller, 3-ball, short. Bank was not open this time. Back of the iron. Make it a little bit long on the shot for Baba. Clippers retain the 82-56 lead. Who had that step back from Utah? It was a little bit wild. Couldn't get it to go. Games, a Summer League game definitely broke out. Clippers basketball. Padula almost with some face-up game. Takes his man underneath the basket and gets it to go on the left side. Sean Padula also playing much better, much more in control here tonight. 84-56 as he's up to 14 points now. That would make it Mick Martinelli on that one. Who just hit that from Utah? Who's got the Antoine Carr goggles on? Sean Padula brings it into the front court. Dribbles behind his back at the left elbow. Brings it back out top side now above the break. Padula using the off arm as he needs to. Looking for Miller. Can't get it to him. Finds Cam Christie who loses the basketball again. Cam is in hell right now, and so am I. Cam Christie is just, he's having one of those nights, and I think the pressure is getting to him. Don't think about the contract too much. Here's Kobe Sanders spinning, push shot, got it to go. Tough as he lost the basketball just outside the restricted area, regathered it, put it up and in with the right hand. Kobe Sanders, 8 points, 3 of 10 shooting. Sean Padula will grab the rebound like he's Russell Westbrook and bring it into the front court for the Clippers. 86-59, 7 minutes left here in the fourth. Padula between the legs to Cam Christie. Pull up, right elbow jumper long off the back iron and out. Utah with it. Christie, not his night. Whew. People quoting the stats, the projection of 22% chance to win this game. 3-ball by Utah, 86-62. Who was that? That was not Peterson. Padula to Christie on the right wing. Christie top side to Miller. Back to Cam Christie. And he tries to find Baba Miller, and there's another turnover. I gotta be honest. Christie is in an unbelievable funk this game now. This is just totally out of sorts. I love you, Cam. Come back strong in game 3. What is it, a back-to-back Tuesday, Wednesday? Oh, 6:41 left, fourth quarter. 86-82. Clippers with the 24-point lead on Utah. Jazz with the basketball. Who's 42 for the Clippers? 42. Who is that? Is he even on the stat sheet? Who's 42? Oh, that's Fremantle. Padula tries a lob pass to him over the defender on the roll. Knocked away, but the Clippers gather it. Here's Kobe Sanders down the right alley. Back out. Sean Padula will fire straight away three-pointer and gets it to rim in. Sean Padula with the touch there. Shooter's touch. 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 89-64. Clippers now at 12 of 27 from the outside. That's 44%. Really the difference tonight, as opposed to the 25% they shot last time out. Padula with 8 points, 2 of 4 from distance himself, 3 of 6 from the floor. Oh, we like Padula again. We like him tonight. That's good to see. That's really good to see. Is Vaughn still in here after his timeout for being hopelessly wrong within the middle of a game? You guys like Padula? I like him too. He's tough. His shot reminds me a little bit of John Paxton. No, not just because he's a white guy. Oh, tonight, Keaton Wagler's a plus 24. So I don't know. The people that believed in the plus minus last game when he was a plus 21 or plus 23 or whatever it was, now do they believe he's having the best game ever because he's a plus 24? Do you guys keep it consistent? How does that work? What did Wagler end up with in that third quarter scoring? Because it felt like he might have put up 17. Just felt like it. Vibes. Jordan Miller is not 6'11". So you're talking about Baba? Baba was 6'10 and a half without shoes at the draft combine. So yeah, he's definitely 6'11 with shoes. No. You said he wasn't an NBA player, Vaughn. You said they shouldn't have taken him. They messed up. Sky is falling. All that stuff. And then he dropped 18 in the third quarter. So now you got to say he's the best player ever, right? Because before you overreacted in the negative. Now you got to do it with the positive. Baba is definitely 6'11". And it's not just the Fletch hair reference. Man, I do not want to see this from Cam Christie. So Cam's still out there. Wagler back on the floor. Jump ball with, who was that? Fremantle. Martinelli as well. Sanders with the steal, gets it up ahead. Here's Keaton Wagler in the open floor. 1-on-2. Drives through the defense. Tough shot. Doesn't get it to go. Ball out on the Clippers as Martinelli had a chance for a putback. Looked like Keaton Wagler got hit in the face. Wagler might have a bloody lip as he went 1-on-2 there on the right block. The confidence after having an 18-point third quarter. Yes, it was there. Here's Wagler now playing defensively, but no, Peterson's not on the floor currently. I need that Peterson-Wagler matchup again. Wagler's defense, though, like he's in the right place. He puts in the effort, and he's looked, I said this after game one, he's looked quick enough on that end to where I think he has more quickness on the offensive end. It's just he plays at his own pace, but there probably is more juice there than he shows off typically, because he moves his feet pretty well. He had one really bad defensive play in the first quarter where Peterson blew by him for a dunk, but outside of that, he's been very solid as Cam Christie lost the ball again, but this time there was a foul. Cam is looking for a bailout right now. I got to be honest, and you just can't do that. Just play through it. He's consistently just throwing up his arms and hoping for a foul. I mean, he's outplaying Peterson tonight. So does that mean he's better than Peterson by the same people that said he wasn't an NBA player? I'm still concerned. I do not think that this means, the Clippers made the right pick or Keaton Wagler is going to end up being a number one option on a championship team. It doesn't mean anything. But for the haters who thought it meant everything, that he had a bad first game and a half, it probably should mean that for them if they're being consistent. It means his shot travels to the NBA level, which we all knew his form is there. He just needs his confidence. His athleticism is still a concern. We need a season or two to find out about Keaton Wagler. That's the truth. So anybody that is making long-reaching conclusions in here and saying he sucks, he's a bust, I could go through the chat from a half hour ago, and that's all I was getting. Like, what are you guys doing? You got to let things play out as they trap Peterson, him and 42. Who's this again? Fremantle. Was that a turnover? No, that was definitely a foul. Dude, it's all garbage time. Should you not play any summer league game then? Get Wagler out. No need to play in garbage time. That's funny to me. It's reps time, my guy. We know the game's over. It's 91-67 Clippers with 4:35 left. I care much less about that. It's about the process. As we got a timeout. Wagler's up to 7 fouls. That's okay. Who was where is this one guy? He showed back up. I should go back. It's not just about giving props tonight. You said his career was over, my man. So now is his career taking off? Like, if you're going to be that extreme in the negative, then you got to be that extreme with the positive if you're going to be consistent. Intellectually consistent. There's plenty of plays he didn't look too physical for Wagler. So that's inaccurate. Vaughn he's trying to find anything. We still need a Keaton Wagler dunk. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Only got 4 minutes left in this ball game. Cam doesn't need to sit down. Cam needs to play with confidence, play better. And if you guys want to start calling in, 877-520-1150, we can do some post game if you call in. Some people want me to collect the receipts. I'd be collecting one on you too, Big RR. I got a receipt on you from earlier. You were talking that trash about Keaton Wagler. I should go through it. That'd be too funny. But I'm going to tell you, because he's great tonight, doesn't mean he's an NBA All-Star. Guys, we got to see how this develops. He just turned 19. We're not going to know if the Clippers made the right pick or the wrong pick for 2 years at least. That's the truth of it. And anyone that tells you otherwise is just a reactionary, reflexive person or wants to be a doomer. Now, if you want to be fun, have fun with it and say Wagler's the GOAT and all these things, it's all good. Do what you want. I'm just telling you. The truth is, we're not going to know for some time. We definitely ain't going to know from Summer League. But I'm glad. He got 16 shots up, more than twice as many as last time out. That's at least encouraging. He might have a fat lip. He's licking his lips like the Joker right now. That 1-on-2 situation, transition, and when I got busted up a little bit. Physical game. Kid's tough. He's a killer. He's an assassin, as Pop says. Wagler with the basketball. Clippers up 91-69. 4.5 left here in the fourth quarter. Wagler from right to left. Good defense on him. A bounce pass to Sanders. Sanders with it. 40 feet out on the left wing. Sanders rip-through move. Draws the foul. Heady play by the sophomore of the Clippers. Veteran play already. Okay, I'm watching. Did Peterson get him in the face too? Peterson hooked his arm, but what were they looking for there? Much ado about nothing. I can care less. Who's 44? Is that Lawyer? Lawyer inbound to Baba Miller. Miller with it. Back to Lawyer on the right wing. Wanted to fire instead inside to Baba. Back out to Keaton Wagler. Takes his man. Oh, Keaton Wagler just dunked. Oh, they called a travel. What was that? I think Keaton Wagler can dunk, guys. I think Keaton Wagler could dunk. I know it didn't count. It was after the play, but he showed off the hops a little bit. That was good to see. That was good to see. I love him attacking the closeout the way he did, but He must have shuffled his feet. I think that was a travel. I don't have the sound on. Here's Cam Christie, right to left as the Clippers moving with some pace. Lawyer attacks the basket and draws the foul as he was going up under the restricted area. 3:47 left, 91-69. Lawyer at the charity stripe. Look at this excitement in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. 18-point third quarter. That'll do. Outplaying Peterson. That'll do. What a great response. It at least says the kid didn't go into a shell. He didn't even start the game great. He didn't go into a shell. He kept playing through it. He had confidence in his shot. It's a bounce back as we got Nan won by Utah here. 3:36 left. Clippers up 93-71. I'm just glad the controls are gone because they were everywhere earlier and it was annoying as hell. Mio says hang the Wagler jersey in the rafters. I mean, having fun with it like that, great. Just being a doomer and negative, nobody wants that. Baba Miller, top of the arc. Gives it back to, who was that? We got some new players in now. I'm surprised Sanders is still in. Who is that? Is that Riley Kugel, who just missed a three-pointer? 3 minutes left. Clippers up by 21, making a 19-point game now as Utah gets an easy one. 2:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Wagler gets picked up full court, puts it between his legs, uses a screen from Baba Miller, brings it up the near sideline. Wagler back to his defender, now crosses topside. Pass back to Kobe Sanders, who fires a three-pointer. Bottom. Sanders from distance, 28-footer on the left wing, 96-74. Nice two-man game between him and Keaton Wagler there. Clippers back up by 22. Jazz look to answer, but it's short off the front of the rim from three. Wagler up ahead. Sanders, security blanket, three-pointer, puts it up on the left wing. Same spot, different result this time as it goes in and out. 2:20 left, 96-74. Peterson with the basketball, has Sanders on him. Wagler now gets him on the switch. Here's Peterson, uses the off arm, step back, right elbow jumper. Got it in the foul. What foul? I'm sorry, but Peterson definitely used the off arm, and that was not a foul on Keaton or Sanders. What is this call? What is this superstar call Peterson is getting? Is it on Miller? What's the foul? Nice two-man game from Wagler to Sanders on that last three-pointer. Nobody's going to tell me Peterson was better than Wagler tonight, even with him getting the calls. Nobody's going to tell me that. Wagler goes out of the ball game at the 2:08 mark. His night is over. 877-520-1150. 877-520-1150 is the phone number if you guys would like to get on. 877-520-1150. All right, Clippers basketball, 2-minute mark of the fourth. 96-77. Game is not in doubt, but I still want to see guys perform here. But it could get nasty late. Keaton Wagler was nasty. Finished with 23. 23 points in 28 minutes, 6 of 16 after a slow start where I think he started 1 for 7 again. 4 of 7 from the outside. The shot is pure. Even when he misses, it looks good. So he and Darren Peterson both have 23. Peterson's out of the game now, too. Peterson was 6 of 18. Wagler 6 of 16. I think, he was the more efficient player out there. How are we feeling about it? How are we feeling about it? You like the response, Damian? Do you? Wait a second. Some Peterson haters in here. How many Peterson free throws did he get? He was 6 of 8. Wagler 4 of 7. My Amazon just crashed. My Amazon Prime. I think I'm good here. Wagler looked good. Wagler played well. Yannick doesn't have a boot on the sidelines. What else can you ask for, right? If you guys want to call in and completely overhype a summer league performance, that is fine with me. That is fine with me. Call in because it was nasty in here early, and it may be time to pull those receipts. Is it that time? Is it? Receipt or not to receipt? That is the question. Because in the first half, I was really getting some incoming here. So I could pull that up if we wanted. What do you guys say? But if they hear from Keaton Wagler post-game, I would like to hear a post-game interview from him. Let me see if that's going to happen. They should interview him. Player of the game, right? Best player on the floor with Peterson. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? 2 seconds left. All right. They interview him. We'll go to it. All right. Mio's going a little bit overboard. Damien says, slam those haters at him, make them pay. Guys, the Yannick update is who knows when he's going to be back. There's no timeline. I think at best December is my guess. Lawyer looked good in both games. If we include defense, Wagler was better. I think he was better even on offense, numbers wise, traditional, advanced. Haters will just move the goalpost. Yeah, you're probably right. He dunked, but the dunk didn't count. What more could you ask for? Martinelli, I didn't know how much of a lefty he was. Yeah, hit the like button for me. Vaughn's saying let's keep this rolling next game now. Vaughn is no longer in total doomer mode. All it took was one game. All right, I want to see if we're going to get an interview post game on Prime with Keaton Wagler, the best player in the game, versus Darren Peterson, where the Clippers dominated and win 104-82 was your final. Keaton Wagler with 23 points in 28 minutes after an 18-point explosion in the third quarter. Darren Peterson with 23 points himself, 6 of 18 shooting for him. Wagler 6 of 16. And really emerged in that third quarter right out of the half. Never lost confidence. You love to see it, don't you? Don't you? I think we are going to get an interview with Keaton Wagler. Let's see. I'm going to share the screen here. We'll even turn the sound on. Why not?
Down threes, played very, very well. Yeah, I mean, just first 3 halves here in Vegas has been a bit of a struggle, and then he got it going. Step back there.
You gonna interview him?
Big win.
Yeah, he was impressive in that third quarter to help blow this game wide open.
I need an interview.
Laugh with Will Hardy. I mean, it's like a
I need it. Give it to me. Now we can sleep easy. Vaughn Wagler was the story of the game. Because he cooked you does not mean. Here we go. Keaton Wagler, post game.
What allowed you to find your rhythm offensively to open this game wide open?
I think just being more comfortable and learning from last game, honestly. And then, my teammates trusted me to have the ball in my hands, and, I just showed what I can do. And I think it was just, that second game, all the nerves were out the way, and it was just playing freely, and, shots were falling.
And you guys were doing it on both ends, especially in that third quarter. How do you feel like your defense changed this game?
Yeah, we were definitely a lot better defensively this game than last game. And, I think it was just because we were more physical. We bothered them with our physicality. We rebounded, and that's kind of what led to our offense. We got a big lead because of our transition that started with our defense.
You certainly opened this game wide open in the second half, but Bubba Miller, he really set a tone in the first half. How do you feel like he impacted this game?
Yeah, I feel like he's a pretty underrated player. Like what he does out there, a lot of people don't see, but he does a lot for us. Plays really good defense, and he doesn't force anything on offense. When the time comes for him to score the ball, he'll be able to score it. But he does the little things for us, and I'm happy for him. That deep three that he made, I was like, it's crazy.
And look, you were pretty hard on yourself after your summer league debut, saying you needed to handle the pressure better.
Yeah, run! Top five! Top five!
And that's what you did. You showed why you were a top 5 pick, especially going up against Darren Peterson. How do you feel like you handled the pressure tonight?
Yeah, I just, stayed under control and, learned from last game was the biggest thing. Handled the physicality well and stayed playing at my own pace. That was the biggest thing. And playing freely, looking to be aggressive and, doing it from the jump. I didn't shoot it that well in the first half, but in the second half, I really did.
Well, congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
Back to you.
Thank you so much, Cassidy. Yeah.
Top 5. Top 5. How you guys feeling now? You got to put out a tweet. That third quarter, though. I got to put out a tweet. You guys good? You guys feeling better? I still liked his defense, man. But the first shot he took, 8-10 mark of the first quarter, turnaround midi. He was aggressive. He missed it, but it looked good. Then Peterson had the blow by on Wagler for a dunk. I didn't like that. But Wagler's first make was a three-pointer at the 4:30 mark. The confidence was still there. And then the last 30 seconds of the half, he had that nice kick out as he had the wraparound pass as he went by Peterson. Yes, he can get the step on guys. And then kicked it out to Cam Christie, far side corner. End of the first half with 30 seconds left. Cam missed it, but that was a great play. That's what you want to see. And then his defense on Peterson at the end of the second quarter leading into the half was brilliant. Long two-pointer in the third quarter. That got him going. Then the three-pointer off the Cam missed dunk in transition. Then a right elbow spinning jumper from Wagler. Step back. He cooked. He did. Top 5. But I'm going to say the same thing I said last game. It's still Summer League. I'm not going to freak out. I'm glad he responded, but none of this is going to define his career. We have to see over a long sample size and long period of time how good he's going to be. But for all the people that were in here just killing him relentlessly last game and then the first half of this game, may this be a lesson for you. Honestly, like you gotta be fair. Let the young man develop. It is going to take a long time. It is not simple. He turned 19 4 months ago. Now, since you guys requested it, do we have to go back and receipt check some people here? Let's see what we got. People said pull the receipts. They did. I didn't want to have to do this. Okay, here's one. There's gonna be many. There's gonna be many. Let's see. We got Thomas Ortega here. Wagler's turnovers are infuriating. I'll come back in 3 years when he puts on muscle and becomes mid. I mean, so he went from mid game to being the best player on the floor with Darren Peterson. Huh. Give credit to Natural. He said Wagler got a nice steal earlier in the game. He's playing good defense. Let's see what else we got. Wagler with an assist, getting hounded by Peterson. People hate on Cam. Here's DJ D Flow. Second rounder's looking better than our first rounder. Hate. Oh, here's our buddy. Vaughn. Let's be honest about Wagler. He's not a first round pick. Let's be honest about Vaughn. He overreacts to everything. Thomas again. Wagler giving me D'Angelo Russell vibes. I hate it. Robert Duff 9637. Wagler looks awful. David Yang. Trade Wagler to the Shanghai Sharks. Zumez 1009. Wagler sucks. Let's see. Alfonso said Wagler's shown flashes of brilliance. Now he thinks he's going to be SGA and Steph Curry, and has said that many times. He still looks gassed out there, going to need to get his stamina up. Big R64, he was laughing about something. Tony YPS, Wagler is a bust. The Mac Bryce said, I like that K-Dub is looking more aggressive this game. I'm here for it. Okay, some positivity. Like seeing that. Damian was positive about him. Somebody's still talking about Cam Christie. So let's see. DJ D Flow. Wagler just needs to catch and shoot, man. Man could shoot, not on volume, and he didn't have enough confidence. Some people saying Wagler is fine. Then somebody said I was a bust. Then a bunch of people had my back. I don't know. It was madness in here. So that was like 40 minutes ago. Now everything's fine. Because Keaton Wagler balled out. Let's see some more highlights here before I go. I'm sure LA Clippers social media posted some. This is just a great read from Keaton Wagler, as we noted as it happened. This was him back.
Clippers going to get their first win, and Sanders line.
So the double comes his way. He immediately finds the open man in Cody.
The Clippers going to get their first win, and Sanders lines up the tray.
Let's see what else we got here. I don't know, guys. He's not looking like a bust to me. So here was his final points.
Offensive quarter for the Clippers. Great defensive quarter for the Clippers.
No.
Wagler, step back tray, money. Great defensive quarter for the Clippers. Wagler.
Ooh, there it is. There it is. This was defended decently too. This is the Trae Young, Steph Curry type of step back that you hope he will have at the NBA level at volume.
Wagler,
boom.
Step back tray, money.
Darius Garland step back too. Okay, more Keaton Wagler.
Tinelli, couple of spins, cut off, forced to give it up. Wagler, pull up, chain, that's tough. Spins, cut off, forced to give it up. Wagler, pull up.
How many guys are here guarding him? 1, 2, 3. I may have to pull a screenshot on this one. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. That's confidence. 3 defenders in his face, doesn't matter. Here's more
about to blow up. Here we go. 3 minutes to go. This is Wagler outside the teleport. Pump, drive, kick. Wagler.
Here's your
Good.
catch
The
and shoot three.
teleport, pump, drive, kick.
Nice closeout. Doesn't matter.
Wagler. Good.
Immediate release there on that 3 ball.
Pump, drive, kick.
And there were still 6 seconds left on the shot clock. So that wasn't why. This wasn't just him. Baba
Shot
Miller.
clock to 3. Miller checks the clock, fires, and he banks it.
Baba Miller still looked good. Keaton Wagler's the story tonight, but
Sanders outside. Wagler. Goal.
Another catch and shoot 3. Here was the Baba dunk. This is the most impressive play maybe he's had so far. This athleticism.
Bothering him a little bit.
Take him off the dribble. Look at that first step.
Nice move again. Baba.
And then, yeah, he had the long 2-pointer. This is what got him going in the 3rd. This was the first shot he made.
Cassidy has more on Ace Bailey.
Hi, yes.
Cassidy has more on.
I want to see the screen again by Baba Miller.
Junior. Cassidy
Okay, it is enough. It is enough. Peterson goes over it.
has more
I like it, Baba. You gave him enough space.
on Ace Bailey.
Boom. That's okay. It doesn't have to be a 3 ball. Get a little bit more separation from yourself and Peterson here by taking it inside the arc.
Hi, yes, Ace Bailey.
I like what I saw tonight, but we're still going to have to see a lot more, guys. All right. We did enough cooking in here. I gotta get myself something to eat. Keaton Wagler. Nice bounce back. Doesn't mean next game he's going to go out and drop 23 again. Progress is not linear, especially with young players. But we knew the shot. The shot was there. You watched the form in college. That's not what I was worried about. Athleticism, burst, getting by guys. But you got good enough IQ. You got basketball smarts, some craftiness. He'll be all right. Let's see how this young man develops. Appreciate you all in here. Sorry for the people who got cooked by me and Wagner. Talk to you Tuesday.